today I'm going to show you how to track show up rate in HighLevel so you can figure out what your show rate is, what your no show rate is, and you can figure out if the ads or whatever outreach method you're doing to acquire customers is profitable. Having these numbers is important as you scale so you can figure out, okay, it's costing me $100 to book an appointment and I'm getting 70% of those people to show up, so you know that your cost per show is X, Y, Z. Just in the last month here, we booked 220 calls. And I just set this up recently where we're tracking show rate and no show rate. And so I don't know why I hadn't set this up way earlier, but now I'm gonna show you all how I set it up. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Clay Lawrence, owner of ReviewHarvest.com. I make YouTube videos about how people can use HighLevel to make money online. And I've helped over 500 businesses get Google reviews just using HighLevel and stuff like that. And so if you look here, you can see $448,000 in all-time revenue, $76,000 in all-time revenue, and then $200,000 in all-time revenue from HighLevel affiliate stuff. So you can combine all that stuff together. And you can see I'm speaking at the HighLevel Summit this year. So you can see, kind of know what I'm talking about just a little bit, just so you know. I don't say that stuff to brag, just so you can see, this is just some random dude on the internet. All right, so let's dive in. I have a blank sub account here, and I'm gonna turn this into a snapshot. If you want to get this snapshot when I'm done, so you don't have to build this out yourself, feel free to sign up with my link down below in the description or join my community. The community is free. If you sign up to my link with HighLevel, you'll get a 30-day extended trial, and I'll give you this snapshot. But what we need basically is we need a calendar and we need a couple workflows, and we're gonna send out this one simple email just to track whether or not somebody signed up. So let's go ahead and start setting everything up. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to calendars, and we're going to go to calendar settings, and we're going to go ahead and create a calendar. And so before you create a calendar, you need to make sure you have a user attached. So go to my staff, go ahead and add a user. So now that I've added myself as a user, I can create a calendar. I can create a more in-depth video on how to create calendars here later, but you can see it already just added my personal calendar in here, so we'll just use this one for now. If you need to create a calendar, you just click on New Calendar, and you can create a personal booking calendar. That would just be the most basic thing for a sales call. As you scale or something like that, you could do round robin, where you could kind of assign it to different sales people based off of their availability and stuff like that. All right, so we're gonna go to automation, and we're gonna create a workflow. We're just gonna start from scratch for this, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the trigger is gonna be a new appointment. So we're gonna do appointment. You can either do customer booked appointment or appointment status. The difference here is that customer booked appointment, I think it's only gonna trigger if they book through like the link on your website or something. Appointment status is a little bit more robust, because if you book it for them just through HighLevel without them actually doing it themselves, it'll still trigger. So let's go ahead and add is in the calendar that you want. So let's say in calendar is this calendar, and let's make sure that the status is confirmed. And so that way they won't be added again later. You can also change the settings here up top to not allow re-entry, but if maybe they book multiple calls or something, then you might want them to re-enter in here. And so let's just title this, let's say new appointment to, and then we'll do tracking show up rate. There we go. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait step, and we're gonna do time delay event appointment time, and we're gonna do it's after. So we're just gonna do like 5 minutes after the appointment's over, or 5 minutes after the appointment. And from there, we can go ahead and save this action. And so it's gonna wait until after the appointment. And now when that happens, now what we want to do is we want to send out an email to the user that was assigned to that calendar. So if they booked on my calendar, I'll get an email right after the appointment, and I'll just be able to click up one link to track whether they showed up, signed up, whatever. And so we're going to save this real quick, and now we're going to go and we're going to create some trigger links. So if you go to marketing and then you go to trigger links here, we can basically create a trigger link for each different action. So let's add the link. We're going to say showed up, show up. And the link doesn't really matter here. You can it's just tracking the clicks. You just have to have a link there. Link doesn't really matter. And so we can do show up, we can do no show, and we'll do this. Let's say if you wanted to track other things, like you could track, like we track bad fit. They're a bad fit client. And once again, link doesn't really matter here. Rescheduled should be tracked automatically. So if they reschedule, you reschedule through the calendar, that'll be tracked automatically, so you don't really have to have one for that. And then you could also have one if you wanted to. You could say, sold or something like that. And what we do is we plug into our Stripe, and so when they pay or become a customer, we just create an automation through Zapier. It says, new Stripe customer, and then we send that in here with the tag as customer, and then we track it that way that they were one in the opportunity pipeline. But these are kind of 4 good places to start. We can even create a pipeline here for our appointment. So let's create a new pipeline, and let's create a pipeline. We'll just do appointment status. You don't really need this because you'll be able to see all the data from the reporting view, which I'll show you. But let's say showed, no show, we'll do bad fit, and we'll do sold. And once again, if you just go to the reporting tab and then you go to the appointment report, you'll be able to see these numbers here. So you don't really need it in an opportunity, but if you like to have it there, you can. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do a simple internal notification. So we're gonna do internal notification, and we're going to do an email, and we're going to do it, it's going to go to the user type, so it's going to go to the assigned user, so the person that was assigned to this contact. If you haven't, if you don't have that set up, you could also just do like a custom user or a particular user. So it'll do like a particular user, and you could add your email here. But just the best way to do it would be like do this, so assign a user just to make sure, assign to user, and just assign to your user here. And so then you can go ahead and save that there. And now we can do that internal notification. So internal notification is going to be an email. Let's just say from Clay. From email can just be your email here. And then to user type can just be the assigned user. And now what we're going to do is say the subject line is going to be appointment status update. And from there you can just say did, and then contact name of the appointment, so whoever booked the appointment, sign up, show up, or no show. So now the email here is, once again, this is just gonna be going to you, and so it doesn't really matter, it doesn't have to be too descriptive, but you just say, did the contact name that booked the appointment, did they sign up, did they show up, were they a bad fit, or were they a no show? So if they were a sign up, you can just do this. If they were a bad fit, you can do this. If they were a no-show, you can do this. And if they showed up, you can do this. And so now what you want to do is you want to hyperlink this. So you want to select it, you want to do a hyperlink here, and then we're going to choose the trigger link of, let's say that this was sold. So they sold here. Their action can just be new window, so it just opens up that link. Once again, the link doesn't actually matter on the trigger link. We'll do the same thing for the bad fit. Go here. We're going to do this as a bad fit client, and we're going to do a new window. And then we'll do the same thing for no show. So no show, hyperlink it to the no show. And now we'll do new window, and we'll save it, and we'll do showed up, and we'll hyperlink this to the show up and new window. And so now what's going to happen is 5 minutes after every appointment, you are going to get that email, and you can just do them all at the end of the day, or you can do them right after the appointment to track everything. And so let's go ahead and publish this workflow. And now before we go ahead and test it, we want to create one more workflow. So we're going to create another workflow that's going to be, it's just going to be this. Updating. The triggers are going to be based off the trigger link clicked. So we're going to do trigger link clicked, and we're going to say the trigger link was the bad fit. And so we'll title this bad fit link clicked, and then we'll save that. And then you just want to copy it. And now we're going to title this one no show, and you want to change this to no show. And then we want to title this one, we want to copy this, whoops. We just want to copy this, and this one's going to be sold or signed up. And this one's going to be sold, save it. And then we're going to do that one more time, copy it for showed. And we'll change this to show up and save the trigger here. And so now we're good to go there. You can go ahead and publish this, and we go ahead and make a couple actions. So we're going to do the first thing is going to be an if else step. And we're going to say if they were a show up, then we're going to do the trigger link clicked was workflow trigger is showed right here. And then we're just going to duplicate this step, and we're going to say, let's say they were a no show, and we're going to change this to no show. Then we're going to duplicate this step, and we're going to change this to sold or signed up. And we're gonna do sold signed up. And then last one's just gonna be that bad fit one, right? Yep, just gonna do bad fit. And we're gonna change this to bad fit. And we're gonna save that. And so now we basically have 4 branches. So whatever trigger they come through is gonna come down one of these 4 branches or none, but they're gonna come down these 4 because those are what the triggers are. And so now we just need to create some actions. So we want to update the appointment status. Update the appointment status right here. And we're gonna do the appointment status is showed. And so that will update it. And then we're gonna copy this, and let's just title this for good tracking here. Showed status, save that. And then we're just gonna copy this action, and we're gonna paste it here. And this is gonna be the no-show status. And we're gonna change this to no-show. Once again, reschedule and that stuff and cancel will be tracked automatically if you just cancel the appointment, or if you just reschedule it, that'll be tracked automatically. And then we're gonna do, so for the sold and for the bad fit, we're just gonna do a update the opportunity. So we're gonna do update opportunity. And then we're gonna do in the pipeline appointment status. Pipeline is gonna be sold, and opportunity can just be contact name. And then you can put in whatever value, so $500. And we'll say if they're sold, then they're now a 1 opportunity, right? And so we'll save that action there. And then we can just copy this action here and paste it below. And this is gonna be a bad fit opportunity. And we're gonna update in pipeline stage to bad fit. And then this would probably be open still. It's still an open lead. And then we'll just title this one as well to sold. Sold opportunity. And now what we can also do is we can duplicate these, copy these, and we can paste it here, and we can update it in the pipeline for no-show as well, so you can see it in both spots. So in pipeline, it's gonna be no-show. This is gonna be open because it's still an open opportunity. We haven't sold them, and we're gonna change this to no-show. And then we can also copy this one more time, paste it here, and we're gonna do update the opportunity to showed appointment. Showed opportunity. And so probably still open because they're not sold. We're gonna change this to showed, and there you go. And so now everything's set up. Once all these are published, now you should be good to go, and we can book an appointment and kind of push it through this workflow and see how everything works out. So I just created a dummy contact here, so we can go ahead and book an appointment manually. So if you're in the contact view, you click on appointments here, you can go ahead and add a new appointment. We're gonna book it on this calendar here, and then we're gonna go ahead and just say that this time works fine, and we'll book the appointment. And now that that appointment is booked, we can go to the automation, and you'll see that now we've got a contact in here waiting until after the appointment. And then we're just gonna push this through. So select the contact, force it through just for this example. So now you'll see technically 5 minutes after, or however long you set, it'll send you this email saying, hey, how'd the appointment with Clay Lawrence or whoever go? You can say that they were a no-show, and when you click on this, it'll open up that link. Once again, that link doesn't matter. But now if we go back here and we go to the updating appointment status filter right here, you can see I was added in here. And if we look at the contact here, we'll see what happened. So it came through the no-show trigger, came down and said this was the no-show trigger. We updated the appointment to no-show, and we updated the opportunity to no-show as well. So now if you look in your pipeline, you'll be able to see that Clay was a no-show right here. And you'll also be able to see that, the easiest way to see all this stuff is go to reporting, appointment report. You can see we booked 1 and we have 1 no-show. And so now you can see your show up rate is 0%, but that is basically how this all works. And so if you want this snapshot, once again, feel free to sign up with my link to HighLevel down below in the description. You'll get an extended 30-day trial, and you'll get access to my community with almost 800 people using HighLevel, trying to make money online or trying to make money with their business using HighLevel. And you'll get 2 coaching calls with me just to say thank you for signing up with my link. You'll get all my snapshots, including this one, and a whole bunch of other goodies. If you're already using HighLevel, you don't want to upgrade to the next plan, you can upgrade to the higher plan of HighLevel with my link, and you'll get access to all this stuff for free. But if you're already in the plan that you want to be on for HighLevel, you can just sign up to my community down below. You'll get access to this snapshot and whatever else you need. All the goodies in there. And so yeah, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out the next one. This is how I make right now I make over $30,000 per month. This is an older video, so it doesn't say that, but make over $35,000 per month just helping local business owners get Google reviews. I think you'll like it. Peace.